So this week's Amuna Monday topic was defining the signs. So what does that mean? So and why does that, why did I choose that topic? So I actually chose the topic because I feel like it's a struggle that a lot of people have in an everyday scenario, again, that they don't link it to Amuna and Bitachon. And realistically, it really comes down to it is God's leading you to your place in this world. Like, he's leading you to what your goal is. And all the signs and all these things that happen are all meant to happen, and they're all pushing you towards your goal. And when you don't understand those signs, you're steering yourself away from it. That's what I feel. And the way I came about it was the fact that if things aren't going your way, a lot of people say life isn't easy. A lot of people say life isn't easy. And I completely disagree. I disagree, and I think life is extremely simple. Life is very simple, but we make it difficult. We make it difficult. How? By our egos, our entitlement. That's all what makes things difficult. If you think about it, what are challenges? It's nonstop things that aren't going the way that we think it's supposed to go. I have hopes for this, I have goals on that, it doesn't go that way. I'm trying to open a business, let's say. I'm trying to start a business and things aren't going my way, and boom, roadblock. So I find it extremely difficult. But realistically, why don't you just take those roadblocks as signs? It's obviously, I believe if something's meant to happen, it's gonna happen nice and easy and calmly. If it's difficult and finds a lot of challenges and nonstop, I don't think it's meant to be. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think it's meant to be. And I'll give an example, a personal example. In the past couple months, I'd say about 6 months, was throughout my whole recovery of getting back on my feet and healing and everything, I actually was praying that I would get my old job back. Praying that all I want is my old job. And I ended up getting a job. It wasn't my old one. I tried to get my old job back, but I was told that position's filled, so there's nothing we can do about it. And at first it was very bummy feeling, but ultimately I got over it, got the new job, and I was okay, this new job isn't that bad. It's good. And still I was doing the new job, but still hoping that the old job would come in. Months went by, so I figured I'll just move on, and I got brought up to do something, go out of the country to go learn. And I was you know what, honestly, looking at it now, why not? What do I have to lose? Why not? So I said, yeah, I agreed to it. I was yeah, I'll do it. And the same week that I agreed, I get a call from the old boss saying the job's available. It's in the works, that rumor has it the job's going to be opening up if you want it. And there I'm stuck whoa. I just agreed to go out of the country to learn, but now the prayer that I've been praying for this, and now it's happening, is now open. So what do I do? Is that a challenge? Is that a challenge that God's trying to see, am I really serious about going? How serious do I want to go to the out of the country and study? Or is it God answering my prayer? I prayed for over a year for it, and it happened. And I was extremely stuck with it. I really genuinely didn't know. It was bothering me to the point I called multiple people and I asked them. I said hey, this is the case. A lot of them said go out of the country, do that. That's gonna lead you to blah blah blah. And then that was still tough. I was just I couldn't wrap my head around it. There's to me, there's no way. I just refused to believe that God would put me that kind of challenge, and it's a test to see and yet it's a wrong move by taking the job. So I was no, if anything, I prayed for this job far beyond it was even an idea to go out of the country. And the fact that it comes at this and this time, I was there's no way that it's just a coincidence. I was I refused to believe it was just a coincidence. So I said, no, that I'm gonna take the job. That's the door that's open right now. I prayed for it. God gave it to me. That way I'm not gonna be sitting there wondering what in the world am I doing, and then God's yo, you prayed for something, I gave it to you, and you didn't take it, you know? So it's like, that's how I choose to live my life. And I realize that that's the way life is. It's so simple when it's like that. It's like, you pray for something, it happens, you take it. You don't, like, stop steering off, stop taking a different route, because you take a different route and you just make things difficult for yourself, you know? Like, things are difficult if you make them difficult. Like, don't get me wrong, there's challenges, but you have to do your part. Do your part. Like, again, no challenge is given to you that you can't handle. So it's already factored in that you can handle it, even though you feel like you can't. Do the best you can, and it'll pay off. And if it's not paying off, then it's not meant to be. You know, it's a very simple way to live. And it literally comes out, it's like an equation. It comes out to the fact that life is pretty simple. And all these successful people and these YouTube guru thingies and those videos, and everybody's like motivational speaking, is like, oh, life is not simple. Like, stop thinking it's simple. And I totally disagree. I think life is extremely simple. Just maybe not the life you have in mind, but again, take that mindset away and life is extremely simple. Stop hoping and wishing. Go with the flow. Wherever life's taking you, go with it. You have dreams, you have things, dream, do those things, take the route you want to attempt. But if it fails, be open to it. It's completely normal to fail. It's completely normal to start over, to move on. Whether it's, you can switch careers, you can switch schools. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? And I think people like get really beat down when like they switch careers. It's like, oh, I just had a career switch, or switch your major in school, or switch a spouse. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, like, we're so scared of like switching it up, but it's okay. Like, if things aren't going the way that you feel like they're going, well, just switch it, you know? So that was pretty much what the topic was. That was a quick rundown. Obviously, it's always we go a lot more in depth in the class, but if you weren't able to make it, that's like the general idea. You can take it how you want it, you know, try to apply it to your life in any way. But yeah, it's again, like I keep saying, it's simple. It obviously takes work, but once you get to the level, it comes across as just so simple. And obviously, don't be like, oh, he's saying it's so simple, this and that. Like, there's work to it, but in the end, it appears like super simple. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next week.